YouTube. And of course, on Instagram, we are known as Overt News. On Facebook, Overt News. On X, Overt News NG. And on TikTok, Overt News TV. On YouTube, it is Overt Radio. If you're just tuned in, yes, you can reach us via those channels. Now let's go back to the updates as I promised before, and here in our studio, it's been interesting following those games, and of course, you know, it's a Champions League night, and we have a couple of games being played today. As a matter of fact, we have 9 games played today, and on the list today we had two which was finished earlier. What they've completed their games, and Atalanta were 2-1 winners over Club Brugge, and Kairat Almaty were demolished by Real Madrid by 5 goals to nil. And of course, this one just ended between Atletico Madrid and Eintracht Frankfurt. That one ended 5 goals to 1 in in favor of Atletico Madrid. Of course, both Madrid sides, stamping their authority on their teams. Giving teams as much as 5 goals this round is something that is unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. And of course, the game between Bordeaux Glimt and Tottenham Hotspur ended 2-2. And I recall last time on the program, or before now, we told you Tottenham Hotspur were trailing by 1 goal to 0, and now that game is is almost done. Of course, it's done now. The game is done, and it's 2-2, and that's full time in that one. Chelsea also, Chelsea's game is done. Full time, it ended 1-0 in favor of Chelsea, and of course. The game between Galatasaray and Liverpool is still on 90 plus 6 minutes additional time there. Of course, the other games, the other 3 games remaining, Inter Milan and Slavia Prague ended 3-0 in favor of Inter Milan. Marseille, Olympic Marseille demolished Ajax Amsterdam of the Netherlands by 4 goals to 0, and Pafos FC, of course, went down 1-5 to Bayern Munich in that one. So those are the results we have for you now, and we are still awaiting the end of the Galatasaray game. Every other game has ended from their centers, and of course, it's only the Galatasaray versus Liverpool game that is yet to end in that one. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, those are the results we have for you in the Champions League night and update today. Of course, don't forget we are first in sport right here. So anything football, we'll be ready to give you all the gist and threes and all the stories that come within. Do not forget as well that Nigeria, chances of qualifying for the World Cup got brighter yesterday as FIFA, of course, slammed a 3-point deduction on over South Africa between them and Lesotho, where they fielded an ineligible player. Of course, they have been fined 10,000 CFA, and of course, 3 points deduction. So it's now down to 3 teams. In fact, 4 teams in that group who are slugging it out to qualify for the World Cup. South Africa on 14 points now. They were formerly on 17 before the deduction, but now they are fell back to 14 points. Benin, that's Benin Republic, are the ones topping the table right now with 14 points. South Africa second with 14 points. Nigeria third with 11 points. And we also have Rwanda just behind us, 11 points. Lesotho came from 6 points, who were not even amongst those that I mentioned there. Now they have 9 points in the group. So that group still hots up, and of course, there's still hope for the Super Eagles to qualify for the 2026 World Cup in the Americas.